I have a story for you about that.
Ooh.
So I'm going to open up my Instagram right now because, yes, I got at Stassi on Twitter because it was an egg. So, like, you know what I mean? One of my Khaleesi's was able to do that for me. Awesome. That was so... It was like really, really cool to get that. I remember that moment like I remember 9/11. I remember exactly where I was. Absolutely not. I remember what I was wearing, everything about that when I was told... I got a message that my Twitter handle was just at Stassi. So I've been determined to get at Stassi on Instagram. And I was very close to it because it's this Asian girl who doesn't even... I think she just recently moved to Texas. I think I stalked her enough. But she hadn't posted in a couple years. And her name wasn't even Stassi. It was something else. It wasn't Stassi. I stalked it enough back in the day, a year ago, to figure this out. And so then I saw randomly after I got at Stassi on Twitter that she posted something. And my heart fell into my ass. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I absolutely am not going to give up because like I'm like a fighter. So I decided to message her. This is what I wrote. Hey girl, this is December 18th. Question for you. Would you be willing to sell me your Instagram account name? As I'm growing my brand, I hate myself. I sound like a Bachelor contestant. As I'm growing my brand, it's becoming nothing wrong with Bachelor contestants. I live for them. I didn't mean that. I am a Bachelor contestant. I'm a Vanderpump Rules contestant. So I'm the same. I didn't mean whatever. As I'm growing my brand, it's becoming increasingly important that my socials are consistent on all platforms. Granted, I had help writing this. I would have just been like,
like this.
I don't write. No. Yeah, I have shout out to my... I don't know if she allows me to like say her name.
I was gonna say, so, I know who wrote that. Like
she's gonna listen to this, but I haven't asked her if I'm allowed to say her name yet. So like I don't know. So
it's so funny that I knew as you're saying this. Yeah, I'm like, you did not write this.
I just didn't ask her if I could say her name. So like I don't know how to like say it. Whatever. She's gonna when she hears this, she's gonna be like, you could have said my name, or she could be like, thank God you didn't say my name.
So anyway, like Destiny's Child, say my name.
If no one is around you. That's how Mariah Carey sounded, if you want to go listen to that. So technically I didn't write this, but I was like, this is the gist. Please help me write this. Please. Okay. Yeah, so the brand thing happened. It's becoming increasingly important that my socials are consistent on all platforms. Yeah, I don't talk like that. I wish I did. I wish I was businessy like that. I would be willing to send you $400 on Venmo because I thought, I was like, what's a price that I want to pay? I want to offer first. I'm like, well, I don't want to just offer $500 if it's somebody that would take $400 because when I was working at SIR, I would have taken $200.
That's what you should have started with. You can never negotiate lower. You have to start lower and negotiate.
So that's why I was like, I won't put $500. I'll say $400.
I would say $4.
You know what? That would have been a good tactic. And once you hear what happens, I think.
Leave the writing to her. Leave the numbers to me. I'm Sicilian.
Yeah.
Leave it to Art. You're sorry. Go on.
You're Sicilian.
Listen, I'm Sicilian. I would have been like 40 cents.
You're
Let's
in the
negotiate.
mafia. I'd be willing to send you $400 on Venmo if you'd be willing to change your username. Let me know what you think. I would really appreciate it. Thanks, Stassi. She writes back. Hi, Stassi! Exclamation. So happy for your brand growth. Period. Fuck.
I like her already.
I do too. I actually liked everything that she said because I'm like, you are a hustler, girl, and I appreciate it. She goes, unfortunately, I'm not interested in changing my handle at that price. This username has a lot of sentimental value to me, and I've had it for quite a long time. Period. And I'm like, whoa, did I just get shut down by every single dude I tried to reach out to on Raya? Because that's what that feels like right now.
Knife.
Oh my God.
Heart.
Yes. Like you are good. You're season 1 Stassi. And your name, you think it's Stassi. I write, or no, I don't write, whatever. But we write together. Thank you so much for your response. Exclamation. This is really important to me. At what price would you be willing to negotiate? Just wait for it. She responds, I would be willing to change it for $10,000. Period. Let me know what you think. Period. No exclamation in that one.
No.
And I never wrote back. $10,000. Dude, Like, I'm so fucking desperate to not have my last name on my Instagram that I'm going to give you $10,000.
I wouldn't even give you $10,000.
That's 2 boob jobs. Like, if you're getting implants, not a reduction. Like, $10,000. I couldn't even come up with a witty response back because
like,
I wanted to be
Dorothy Wang. Nice. Like,
yeah, no, that's 100% Dorothy Wang.
She needs to be on Real Housewives of Texas.
Yeah,
is she married? I don't care. She needs to be on it.
I admire this chick, honestly. I really do respect her hustle. And I'm gonna say something right now, and I feel like my Khaleesi's will be like, "You're racist." And I'm like, no, I'm being stereotypical, but in a positive way. Mm-hmm. She's Asian. They're smart. They're clever. They have 0 flaws. So of course,
they have
that is how she responded.
Yeah, her tiger mom wasn't going to allow her to sell it for
definitely
nothing.
Not. So I'm like, God damn it, this chick, of course. And smart Asian chick was the one that got at Stassi when Instagram came out. What are the odds?
Smart Asian chicks, not only are you every guy's like fantasy.
Yeah, I know. I'm so over it. You know what I mean? Like, they really are. Every single guy I know, an Asian chick is their fantasy. And I'm just like, why can't any other one of us be like your fantasy? It's always Asian chicks.
When guys are like, or when girls are like, I just like want to know like what my boyfriend's fantasy is. And I'm like, oh, all you have to do is be 18 and Asian.
Yeah,
there you go. So it's going to be hard to turn into what your boyfriend wants you to be.
I don't feel bad about having this conversation. I don't feel bad because
these are all positive things. I wish somebody would be like my boyfriend fantasy.
But still, as we're talking about this, I know there are going to be people that tweet me and message me and be like, you are racist. Am I? Because I am jealous of another race for being awesome? That makes me racist? Are you kidding? I'm trying to be them. The nicest compliment that Patrick gave me in the 3 years that we were together, I will never forget this. He, in one of his shows when he was doing Cocktails with Patrick, he was like, Stassi's like the Asianest white blonde girl I've ever met. And I was like, oh, that's awesome.
That is huge.
It is so huge.
You never see have you ever seen a homeless Asian person?
Never. Have you ever seen
they
like
have
an ugly
shit together.
Asian girl?
No. They are the cutest babies.
Mm-hmm.
The Asian babies are the only babies I like.
And they're always smart.
And I'm just like, they have cute hair. They've like everything about them. And I'm just like, oh, man.
It's like a
I
thing.
Wish I was born Asian.
See, like the way that the Kardashians are like so looked up to in the US, I just feel like I feel like they should be Asian. Do you know what I mean? Like,
have you ever seen it? Have you ever gone by a Louis Vuitton store and have it not filled
with no? So when you were telling on your last podcast that we did that you guys should listen to, I'm referencing again. She told a story about how she had to put out flyers on Rodeo Drive, hand out flyers, not put out, hand out. And I was like, oh my God! In my brain, I was like, how many hot rich Asians did you see in all the stores? Because whenever I go to like to Rodeo Drive or any expensive store, it's always Asians. And I'm like, what are you guys doing with your lives that I'm not? Like, how did you get it so right and I didn't?
Oh yeah, whenever I'm driving through Beverly
fair.
Hills, I mean, one of my joys in life is when I see a guy, just any guy in a mall, when I see a guy carrying a Tiffany's bag, like it makes my heart so happy because you know he's giving like that is for some girl or his husband, either way, but that is for somebody to make somebody happy. And it just, I know, I love seeing a guy carry like a Tiffany blue bag. When I'm driving through Beverly Hills, they always have giant Chanel shopping bags, giant Louis Vuitton bags, and it's always a beautiful Asian couple dressed impeccably, just like walking around during the day. It's not like they're going to a black tie. They're always dressed insanely well. Giant shopping bags that they could literally fit an entire family into.
Why don't more people talk about this? I want to know the answer. I want to know the answer to this.
I know that there's J-Date, which I'm trying to get on. Is there like A-Date?
That's a good question.